Hello and welcome to our November theme of coaching. In a leadership role, this is a skill that's integral to the role itself, but also it's a privilege to work with others in this capacity to really create a space where others can be vulnerable and open and work through things that they may ordinarily not be able to. We're going to go through two videos this month. In this video, we're going to cover what coaching is, what it isn't, but also your mindset around this, who you need to be. In the second video later this month, we're going to go through a number of tips and techniques for you. So we'll jump right in because we're going to go through what coaching isn't first, because there's so many different interpretations that it's really important to understand the definitions, because quite often it can be muddied with a number of other different professional services. But first, I really want to highlight one part is really to get clear on your own experiences, because you and I both know the industry itself in coaching, it is expanding at a rate of knots, and there are coaches everywhere, which is great, because how amazing is it when you have a whole thousands and thousands of people wanting to help others. But the important thing to consider is the level of training, knowledge, and approach in this sector, because it is an honor to work with someone else. And there are certain considerations to do this well, because it is transformative. But if you haven't developed the ability to do this well, it can have quite a negative effect. So to be able to have the transformative approach, to do it really well, there's a number of areas to work on, so to really develop within yourself. Now also on this, in any position, wherever you're at, there's a need for continual development and growth to be great at what you do. So consider this as a manager, team leader, or even senior manager, leader, wherever you are at, being able to deliver this for someone, you need to be good within you, to really own your experience, understand your value to others. Because when you're going into this environment, it's knowing the questions to ask, but having the wisdom behind to guide. So, what coaching isn't. It is not therapy. It is not healing as such. It is not counseling. It doesn't focus just on resolving the past. It is also not training or mentoring or consulting. These areas are very much focused on offering advice, offering your expertise and your knowledge. These are very needed services and areas, but it's just understanding when the time and the place is to use. Another aspect that coaching isn't. You are not there to fix anyone. No one is broken. Coaching is also not leading anyone to what you think they should be doing. It's very much being able to lean into them. So it's not about you and your objectives. Now, what coaching is it, and this is where you would have noticed even in this video, and you'll quite often hear me say, it is a privilege to work with someone in this space, because coaching is a transformative experience where you create a whole space where someone can lean deeply into addressing challenges or blocks or barriers that they may have found too hard before, but need to be removed for them to be able to reach where is possible for them. It also allows them to, firstly, see what's possible. And that is an incredible experience. You are there to create a space that allows self-reflection and support and guidance, but in a way that allows that person to realize for themselves. How often have you tried to give some advice, you've told them what to do, but it's not until someone really gets it for themselves that they put it into motion. And this is what we're talking about here. It is being able to listen deeply, that really incredible active listening, the presence, not where you're trying to think of what to say. It is having power in the pause to create the opportunity for the other person to think and for them to answer. It is questions, powerful questions. Now you may be thinking, well, if I'm not leading someone, if I'm not guiding someone, if I'm not going through this with someone, how do I know what questions to ask? When you let go of trying to control the outcome and actually having faith in the other person, that will come. Coaching is about the unwavering belief in the person that you're working with, that they will come up with the knowledge and that they have the answers with themselves. And by enabling them to come up with this, it breaks open the awareness, and for them to gain clarity, to look what actions they need to do, to look at how they can move forward, what they want to achieve, and to be accountable for it. So there's a number of different aspects on what it is. And it really is, once you're in that, it is transformative. Because where you might be thinking, well, if it's not about me, if it's not what I'm trying to achieve, and if it's not where I'm sitting, where the goals are, consider this. If you are working within an organization, absolutely, deadlines need to be met, goals need to be achieved, KPIs, targets, strategic vision, all needs to be worked too. So whereas in one side of your role is setting all of that and creating that space, communicating that information, that knowledge, but what you are doing within the coaching space is supplementing and supporting that to allow each individual in your service that you are serving, you allow them to come up to it. By raising all others around you, you actually reach those targets in a stronger position with everyone pulling in the same direction. And where I keep on mentioning, and let's talk about you now, because I keep on mentioning in the past, and I just want to reiterate this, coaching is not about you, it's about others. Once you remove self and your focus on those that you are working for, it actually allows you a whole nother level of growth. But to do this really well, you have to be very secure within yourself, comfortable in your own skin, comfortable in the position you're in, confident in your own abilities. Because once you let go of all of that, what you're no longer doing is trying to gain significance for yourself by helping someone else. It's not about, hey, look at the great thing that I did for this person. It's about championing the people you are working with from such a raw, genuine, authentic place that they feel that. The intention will come across in the way that it's meant to, and you will get so much more. It is so fulfilling. So what do you need to do for yourself to enable you to be in this mindset, to feel that state internally? Do you have habits you need to change? Is there areas of growth that you need to work in, areas of learning, different skills? Who do you surround yourself with? Who are you following? Who are you learning from? It is all these factors rolled into one that creates the whole picture for you. I hope this has helped, and I really, really value your time in, whether it be you've been watching this video or you've read through the text as I was, for me, just to be able to sit and write, it really comes from the heart. It's something that I believe really strongly in. So I'd really like to hear from you. If you do want to engage, if you have any questions around this, development for yourself, development for others, please reach out. In the meantime, have an amazing weekend. Thank you.